Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and thank you for joining us right here on the Evening Rush at Voice of the People 90.3 FM. I know you guys are all locked on your screen. Amazing evening to you right here in the city of Lagos, and it's time for the Evening Rush on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. I'm actually quite impressed to be with you. The reason is because I'm looking at the screen right now. Nigeria and is it Gabon or Gambia? I think it's Gabon. Both of them are 1-1. It's like they're on a draw right now. Victor Osimhen almost scored, but I don't think they recognized it. Yeah, obviously, and I think there's going to be a penalty right about now. A lot of you actually watching the game. I do hope that something turns out of this. In my office right now, the guys are all glued to the screen. They're actually anticipating this game. I don't like watching football because I really get so emotional and highly invested when I'm watching ball. So if something doesn't turn out the way I want, especially whoever it is I'm supporting doesn't win, it ruins me. I don't like it. So I try as much as possible to just wait and hear who we know. Then go tell me say na Nigeria or no be Nigeria. I wouldn't be so disappointed. So at this moment, Osimhen and the Nigerian team are together at this point in time. Nigeria 1, Gabon 1. And let's see, possibly, I don't know if they're going for second half or if just an intermittent break. I don't know what it means if they come to a draw, but all I would say is good luck to Nigeria. I hope that this will be a resounding moment for us in this period. We actually need this kind of good luck in the game, or it's either that or the game is over, because I'm seeing people shaking their hands or something. I don't know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Evening Rush right here in Voice of the People 90.3 FM. My name is Esther Machuku. Today's Thursday. You know what Thursday represents. Monday and Thursday, you know what it represents. On the Evening Rush, we get to look at topical issues across Nigeria's socio-economic and political landscape. Oh yes, and obviously we try to look at a perspective on some of these issues where we have a comprehensible, logical understanding of some of the topical stories, in the country. And sometimes we look at stories outside the country as well, especially if they affect anything that has to do with Nigeria, specifically with what the American President Donald Trump actually said about our security. Obviously, you know that for days that conversation is still on. Another conversation that is still trending very hot, in the bucket, is the altercation between Wike and the naval officer, ex-military chiefs, along as 7 chiefs, defense minister. They've all given their own contribution, and they feel that Wike shouldn't have reacted the way he did. They actually should not have embarrassed his office. A couple of people have interpreted it to be that Wike was doing his job. He represents the office of the president. The military acts like they do not know the law. They act like nobody, like they're above the law. On what ground is the military naval officer speaking with him? How can a naval officer be asked to guard a property? Different narratives, both those pro-government and those against the government. But majority of Nigerians seem to be quite happy, thinking that Wike has been put in his place. And because of that, we've had the ex-chief of defense staff, Lucky Rabol, speak about that. We've also had Defense Minister Bello Matawali speak on it as well. There was also particular information that Atiku Abubakar gave the naval officer a vehicle, which obviously his media aide has come to deny that is not true at all. So yes, basically that's what it is. But as it stands right now, the federal government has asked that there should be a probe into it. There were veterans, in fact, former military generals expressed outrage over the situation on Tuesday concerning the alleged land grabbing. The veterans, in separate interviews, asserted that such confrontations undermine the chain of command and institutional respect. In the wake of that outrage that trailed the incident, the Minister of Defense, Mohammed Badaru, said the ministry is investigating the matter. He assured that the armed forces will protect personnel carrying out lawful duties. Also, basically on the 2026 Armed Forces Remembrance Day at the National Defense College, the Defense Minister lauded Yerima for his composure pressure during his face-off with the FCT minister. The standoff between Wike and the officer followed a row over the ownership of a piece of land being guarded by some armed military officers led by Yerima. So obviously some persons are like, Wike has eventually bowed, because today Wike decided to defend the clash he had with AM Yerima over the disputed plot of land. So while he was responding to critics who faulted his visit to the site, the minister said he could not sit idly by, all right, as what he described as a retired naval chief's impunity in deploying 7 officers to guard the disputed property, or the property in dispute. He said also that his officials were being attacked by those naval officers when they went to go do their duty in terms of inspecting the property. So obviously you know that he also accused the retired officer of carrying out illegal development on the land, and confronted the naval officer for allegedly assaulting staff of the Federal Capital Development Authority who had gone to halt the ongoing construction. So the former Rivers State governor then faulted the use of military personnel to obstruct lawful enforcement activities by FCT officials. So he said that many influential military personnel have had issues like that. He mentioned Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, who is a former head of state and president. He said he will simply call me. He will say, "Minister, I have a problem on this land. Can you help?" And that he will solve it. So that the former chief of naval staff should have called him to possibly help him resolve whatever it is that has to do with the land. And that he also faulted the naval officer for allegedly referring to police officers on the scene as bloody police. He said, for example, nobody talks like that. A security man saying bloody police. Who are these bloody police that will talk to you? You say you are a commissioned officer, to God be the glory, but it is these same government officials you are beating, the ones who made you what you are today. That's what Wike is saying. But that he maintains his highest regard for the Nigerian military and understood the importance of the institution, insisting that his confrontation was not with the armed forces but with a private individual. Now other Nigerians have said, Wike no go bend the knee care, Wike no go forward care. Others believe that Wike was doing his job, that it's just unfortunate about the anyhowness that has been done in this country, and that's why others said Wike has been grabbing the land. There have been different conversations and different interpretations about the entire ordeal. Well, they're going to investigate what precisely happened. While some believe that Wike would be the ruin of the president's administration, others believe that the president does not really care. He's just focusing on 2027. So anything happening for now may not really be his concern. Possibly after 2027, then we may see another side of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that has been sitting idly by, possibly because he wants to ensure that all the persons that needs to be pleased are pleased, so that 2027 he will actually get a win. Okay, now interestingly too, we know what transpired with the mobilizer of the obedient movement. That is one of the leaders in the obedient movement, Maurice Moye. He resigned. He said that the short medium term framework and structure for the group ahead of 2027 was something that he cannot consider to be palatable, that nothing is happening in that regard. He also talked about the fact that there is no communication between Peter Obi and the obedient. That is quite disappointing, that most of the projects carried out for the obedient movement were with his own money. No money was given to the Directorate of Mobilization, that there is no bank account even for the Directorate, and that even Mr. Peter Obi has never asked what they are doing in mobilization. Nothing of such, no communication. He said he spent his personal monies because he believes in Nigeria and the goodwill. He also disclosed that someone else should carry the mantle from where he stopped, and that almost a year down the line, most of their short-term, medium-term, long-term plans have not been met, and that he would not be part of optics and no work. And this has raised concerns about Peter Obi's style of leadership, his ability to lead. If he is not able to lead a political party, it turns out to be in disarray. His obedient movement, well, that how will Peter Obi actually be in charge of a complex nation like Nigeria if all these issues cannot be handled? The current concluded Anambra governorship election as well, the polling unit 2, that is Peter Obi's polling unit, the fact that the APC won him there was also brought to the fore. It's a question. There are also leaked chats about 28 million naira that was siphoned by certain important persons in the group, where some of the leaders couldn't give accountability of the money. The charts are actually out there, although they were said in Igbo language. So to start playing all of that now to seem like would have to start interpreting all of it. So there have been different talks. The leaders of the questions that were asked about the fund were being asked in the group, and it actually was released on social media. And obviously, you know that the opposition will definitely have a field day. So people are now asking questions. How do the APC do theirs? You remember the Oroshoki saga? We've not been hearing anything anymore. How has the APC been able to shut the mouth of those people, whether through force or through subtle means? Also, you remember when there was an imbroglio within the APC concerning Vice President Kashim Shettima, when there were talks that Tinubu may want to replace him with another person for 2027. Well, you saw how the APC that almost got divided, they were able to resolve that. So there were talks that the APC do have their own internal wranglings, but they're able to resolve it as fast as possible. The talk of what happened in Lagos between Obasa and the governor of Lagos State as well, that the state at that particular point in time seemed to be tumultuous in their political space, but it was quickly handled and resolved. No long talk. It was handled as better. So if all of this is happening within the circle of Peter Obi, then how does he intend to handle other aspects of leadership when he becomes the president? Well, I had Barrister Fred Nzako during the World News at 6. He also gave me his own narrative of what he considers it to be. A couple of persons have called Maurice Moye a mole. A couple of persons have said, okay, did he come for the money? A couple of persons actually lauded his effort for what he did in the Obedient Movement group without any funding whatsoever from their principal. And the question is, what is causing the communication gap in the Obedient Movement, and how come nobody has been able to say anything about what their next term, what you call the 2027 agenda with the rest of the group? Another topic of conversation is concerning Yunus Atanko insisting that Peter Obi is still a member of the Labour Party. He hasn't disclosed any other political party he's joining, and that about 7 different political parties are lobbying him to join them. So he's trying to say he's still the clout. He still has the kind of love and support and appreciation. But a couple of Nigerians are asking, are you sure that is it? Are you really, really sure with what just transpired right now? Are you sure that he has it at the center of his movement with what is going on? All right, we'll be looking into some of these conversations as well in the course of the program. I would implore you to join us on YouTube. We're currently streaming live at this moment. It's at VOP 903 FM. Please go into your YouTube application on your iOS or Android device. Type VOP 903 FM, and you will currently see us. We are actually streaming live right about there. Also, I would implore you that you can start sending your WhatsApp messages if you want, based on your contribution to this highlights in the topics that I have reeled out. The ADC has also fired the president over a latest loan request, that is the African Democratic Congress condemning the federal government's fresh approval of 1.15 trillion naira in domestic borrowing, accusing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of policy inconsistency and fiscal recklessness. Apparently, the statement, which was signed by the party's national publicity secretary Bolaji Abdullahi, the ADC noted that despite Tinubu's public claim that Nigeria has met its non-oil revenue targets, that reportedly 20.59 trillion naira by August 2025, that the administration continues to deepen the debt crisis in the country, and that Nigeria's total public debt could rise to 193 trillion naira if all of Tinubu's 2025 loan requests are approved. The party said the government was borrowing against its own words. In the meantime, Nnamdi Kanu today was being held outside the court after he went to tender, his own documentation while he was present in court. While he came out, a couple of his supporters really were encouraging, have a presence right in front, and we could see him raising his fist off and appreciating the support of a lot of members who actually came to see him at the court venue today before he was being taken back to the DSS custody. Also, you recall a faction announced president. He gave who spoke during a recent interview disclosing his close relationship with Nnamdi Kanu at the DSS custody custody. He said, based on the media reports that he had heard about Nnamdi Kanu, he thought that he was a very terrible person. But having been in a close environment with him, where they could basically sit together and discuss, he saw a different perspective of him and actually asked him to make sure he does anything as soon as possible to leave the DSS custody. He actually said he's actually a good man. Nigeria is leading Gabon 2-1 right about now. So Nigeria 2, Gabon 1. Congratulations, Nigeria. I hope they keep up this momentum so that we can all smile this evening. At least let's smile with one thing, which is football, this connecting factor. Let's smile with it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce my analyst in the studio today, and that is Barrister Darlington Agumo. Barrister Darlington, good evening, and thank you for joining us today. How are you?
I'm okay, Esther. How are you doing too?
I'm fine. How are you? You look good, Barrister Darlington.
As always.
You look fresh, as always. As always. You're eating well.
Are you serious?
Glory be to God. Oh, obviously, can't you see? Your skin is shining. There's this resplendency around you.
Is that all you saw?
What else am I expected to see, Barrister Darlington?
Seen other things.
No, there's no need for me to see other things. From what I can see, from my reflection right here, what you're reflecting an aura of greatness. So I think that's what is important. Barrister Darlington, welcome to the Evening Rush. How are you?
I'm okay. Let me accept what you said.
Yeah?
Let me accept what you said.
Why won't you accept it? It's the truth now. I'm not saying anything otherwise. Barrister Darlington, a lot is actually happening in our space. Let's start off with what happened with the obedient movement. There's been a lot of talk. So I've been trying to speak with Yunus Atanko. In fact, since yesterday that we heard about the leaked charts of 28 million naira, blah, 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 his number is not going through. Today, when Maurice Moyi released what he released, I actually did call Yunus Atanko. I wanted to hear from him because Maurice said that he went through all the channels with the state coordinators, but Yunus Atanko's number was switched off. Maurice himself said he's not going to grant any interview with anybody. He's not joining politics. He's not joining any political party. So no political party should reach out to him to say he should join them. But there's a question about leadership. And Peter Obi is like, some people think Peter Obi doesn't know the weight he carries. He doesn't know the kind of followership that he possesses. A couple of people think that the spine to be in charge is missing. Some people think that the opposition is really doing so hard, and that could be one of the reasons why Maurice decided to tender his resignation. He said his businesses has been harassed, and that he has to think of his movement and the security he pays for as his escort. That he wants a peace in his life and his family. He said most of the things he has done, he has used his own money. He has spent almost 40 million naira, and up all of this that he does, there's no account, there's nobody funding what they're doing. He's been doing his personal money. So that whole "I know they give shishi" is actually true, within the movement. But we know how Nigeria's politics is, and I think that there are talks that is what also affected the Anambra governorship elections, despite the fact that people knew that Abga was going to win. So how do you interpret all of this?
Yeah, Esther, I expect more people to leave with the movement, because the way things are now, the center can no longer hold. The greatest problem P2B have is the environment where he stayed, in UK, where he sojourned for 20 years. It's a different culture. Politically, what we have here, you can't see it in UK politics. And so P2B came back from there thinking that the things will be like that here. That is the problem P2B have, nothing. P2B believe that the politics he knew in UK will be the same thing in Nigeria, where things are done normally without all this grabbing it, snatching it and running with it. P2B didn't believe in it, and that's the problem. That is why people now see him as a weak person. He cannot lead, because he expects things to run smoothly without forcing anybody to do anything, without intimidating anybody, and which is the hallmark of Nigerian politics. You can see the problem here. So I will advise P2B to change his style, because when you are in Rome, you behave like Romans. So
in what way do you want him to change his style?
Good. This thing that he cannot lead, let him be a little bit forceful. Let him be forceful.
In what regard?
All these errant members, they should be called to order. Seriously. He should put his foot down and say, look, this is what, not whenever they rear their ugly head, the P2B will allow them or even move away. How long will he run? Because every party he goes, there are fifth columnists there. You have to discipline them. Like APC, fine. Because of the person involved and all that, all of them are behaving themselves. But I know that it may not last forever. But at least for you to get that leadership position, you need to assert yourself. Be in charge. It is because of lack of leadership that all these things are happening in opposition. Lack of leadership. If they had leadership, who will say, look, they will tell the errand members, say, look, face to face, you either behave yourself or two of us will lead this party. We either end up in hospital or in court. I'm not joking. By the time you tell that person that this is what you want, is either that person behave himself or you carry out your threat. But most times, imagine a BOT in PDP going to hold meeting and Wike will mobilize police and all that to go and what happens to political talks? You to mobilize them now. Let them go and sort it out there. This is that what they want. But each time they do this thing, the opposition will go and hide under their bed. And then whoever send them will have his way. That is the problem. And with this type of behavior, they have had their way, Esther. They are having their way. And all this strategy by violence, is that strategy?
Pastor Darlington, in the midst of all of this, Nigeria has scored 3 now and leading Gabon 3-1.
So they don't very be that though.
But that's a good thing. Let's hope that it sustain the momentum. Let them sustain the pulse. That's good. All right. So Barca, you were saying something.
Yes. So if P2B want to make an inroad in Nigerian politics, he has to change his style. If not, all manner of referrals will be talking down on him. And with nobody, did I not tell you here that P2B does not have a spokesperson? All the brickbats he's getting, nobody is replying them. Nobody. They just say it and making this man look demoralized, making him look as if he's not important and all that. How long will he continue to tolerate this? In fact, even Jesus Christ, whom we worship and all that, at a point he got angry and used the cane. He used the cane to chase people out of the synagogue where they are buying and selling. So you must get angry at a point if you want to achieve results. Yes, you must. All these era members in the BDM movement, this and that, P2B is the arrowhead that should be in control here. If he is not in control, all manner of things will happen. Like this man that resigned, before he does that, if things were in normal, before he did what he did, they should have had discussion with P2B. Abi? Yes. Should have had a discussion with him.
But there's a major issue here. Some people have said one thing with personal growth and ventures that has to do with nationhood. That leadership must honor commitment with support, funding and accountability, or risk losing the very people who carried the vision forward.
Exactly.
That this is a story of sacrifice, perseverance, and the painful reality of unrecognized dedication. There have been talks about there's a gap that P2B doesn't communicate. I spoke with somebody who is in the movement today. And the person wouldn't, a couple of them who were part of the Labour Party, basically for P2B, said that, yes, there's a deficiency when it comes to P2B communicating. He said so. He said you can be with P2B and have a conversation. He will tell you, okay, but whatever it is he wants to do is in his mind. And even those who are close to him do not even know what he has in mind or what he wants to do. Now, some people have applauded that because they think that he's being careful where people do not embarrass him or leak his secret because anyone around him could be a mole. But others feel that he's distant from the people that support him. Others also feel that he doesn't even know the kind of clout he carries and he didn't take advantage of the followership of the wave. The APC really, or the APC or any other political party that is considered an opposition, really did in using the media to supposedly mod him, and it feels like it worked. But what is he doing outside the contributions he makes for nationhood and development in some areas, in terms of media packaging, they say he lacks people who can do proper media packaging. And in as much you say we know they give shishi, money is needed for all this kind of things.
Exactly.
So if you have a Kenneth Okonkwo, was one of the first persons who was close to him at the time who left, a Valentine Ozibo, who was also very close to him, who has left, now Maurice Moye, who has contributed a lot and tried to use new media in bringing the youths together. The online registration for Obedient Movement, it was Maurice Moye that did all of that and get members, doing grassroots recognition for the Obedient Movement, because he knows that it is needed. And he mentioned areas that they need more personalities and more support. So this brings to the question that, is Peter Obi really indeed ready? Or did he just get carried along with the being overhyped and forget that there is politics to be done? That politics, he needs to play it.
Now, what happened is that the surprise he brought into politics in Nigeria in 2023, he thought that surprise would be sustained without oiling the wheel of progress. You must oil it. He thought that those surprises would be there. The people he surprised, he never thought that they would react the way they reacted. And now they are making sure that surprise does not happen again. In fact, they have already succeeded with the way they are going about it. Esther, you were here when I was telling Peter Obi, work with Atiku, consolidate your position. They said, why should I say so? I should leave him. I even advised him, go and work with your brother, Soludo. They said, no, Soludo is this, Soludo is that. He should not do that. And I was telling you that I don't think that the people giving this advice are really obedient members. They may be APC-sponsored data boys. Nobody paid attention. Esther, right now, where is Peter Obi? Esther, right now, those people that are talking, where is Peter Obi in the equation? Even if he comes out today to announce anything. In fact, the parties are crowded already. The opposition party, they are crowded. The Labour Party, is almost a no-go area because of the leadership also there, which he has not resolved. PDP, you can see what is going on there. ADC, Atiku is already there, and it says it's not going anywhere. You can see now. Okay. So if he announces his presence in any party, and these obedient members are leaving, if you go to a smaller party that have no name and all that, can he be able to build that party, knowing fully well that the paradigm have shifted? It is now heavily monetized in Nigeria, heavily monetized.
Okay, but Barrister, for example, there are other talks about incompetence about some of the persons who lead the movement or considered leaders in the movement. Incompetence stemming from the fact that after the 2023 election, there have been 3 off-cycle gubernatorial elections. Edo, Imo, and Anambra State. And the total votes recorded by Labour Party in these 3 southern states amounts to less than 70,000 out of nearly over 1 million valid votes cast. So, obviously, in these 3 elections, the Labour Party lost.
Heavily.
It's understandable that because of the situation in the Labour Party, the Obedient Movement have kind of distanced themselves from the party. It's possible. But what about because of a Peter Obi? For example, at least in the gubernatorial elections of Anambra State, Peter Obi recognized the person. So what happened? That's a question they were asking. Also, is it possible that the leaders in the movement, some of them may not really understand how this works, and maybe just because Peter Obi has left them to do their thing, so it doesn't seem as if he's impeding. Remember, he doesn't believe in Godfatherism, where before anything is done, you need to seek his consent before you move. He believes that if you're in a democratic society and you have the capacity to be in charge of something, you should know what to do. Leadership is your ability to lead without being told to lead. But there's a factor of coordination, and a Nigerian factor as well in politics. Now, you can't tell if some persons driving the Obedient Movement are opposition members who could be causing some of these things in the guise of working for him. And now he really supposedly doesn't have a connection with the group, direct connection with the group. He may not ascertain who is who. Now, there are talks that certain individuals may decide to hijack that movement for anybody's purpose, since he's not directly in charge of the movement.
Yeah, you can see it because the off-cycle election that the Labour Party lost, it doesn't tell good of the obedient movement. Because I remember when this argument was hot, they say, the whole Nigeria is behind P2B. The whole Nigeria is behind P2B. Any party he goes to. But the off-cycle election, why didn't the same Nigerian vote for him now? At least with his name in that party. That will tell you that these things, I see some sabotage going on here. Unfortunately, P2B does not even know that sabotage is on.
Are you sure he doesn't know?
He don't think he knows. If not, he would have reacted in a similar manner. How can you lose, in all the off-cycle election and you don't bother yourself?
There are talks that his votes are not transferable. There are some persons who used his name to win elections in the 2023 elections. The House of Rep members who used his wave to win elections. And now, almost all of them are in the APC. So right now, they're no longer looking at anybody using Peter Obi to win votes. This time around, it is just Peter Obi himself. But there are fears that there is a problem. If Peter Obi is not able to, after the 2023 elections, if his name is not able to resonate to give somebody a win, so when he's out of the picture in politics, then what happens?
That's what I've been telling you, that look, Peter Obi had to change his style of politics. Things have changed and you need to change with the times and for positive reasons. You can see change in a positive way without even being violent or something. You can be fair and firm in decision making, in coordination. But right now he doesn't. There should be layers of followership. Those that even Jesus Christ did it, Esther. He have the 3 inner caucus member that he goes about with. He has the 70 and all that. So you as a leader, you should know those who are die in the wood follower. You cannot continue to think that everybody is Satan.
Let me ask you a question. Is it possible that there is something for him to learn from the APC? From the way they politically do their own thing.
Yes.
Whether anybody wants to like them or not. Is that something they have that is quite admirable? As a very huge party that by this time they haven't collapsed completely like you have other opposition parties.
No, the only thing that is sustaining APC is the federal might and the federal money.
Okay.
Nothing else. APC is not democratic on its own. Because the only APC you and I know today is Tinubu. He decide what happened. They don't have any second voice. And because of this largesse he's doling out, people are now flogging into APC. Anybody that is feeling somehow, they will settle him. Make sure that things are okay. You understand? So, this I can't use them as a yardstick. Because APC is not a really democratic party. They are not. Even they know. A party without a BOT, the highest advisory body, is that a party? They don't have a BOT up to today.
Because in some of the things Maurice Moye reeled out, he said the obedient local government offices are meant to have been established in every state. Because during the 2023 elections, these were part of the complaints. They were not recognized in some states. They didn't have party agents, and the idea was to work on that. Satanko had disclosed that was what they were all mobilizing and doing. But Maurice Moye revealed that their local government offices, some Southwest Nigeria and Delta State, they already have this, but that the next director is to ensure every other state has this. So since 2023, what has been going on post-election, that all the states don't have obedient offices, if not for Labour Party, that you only have it in some few areas? So like I said, I spoke with someone today, and the question I asked is, what are you guys doing for 2027? He said that he doesn't know, that he's just watching.
That means, Esther, this thing you are saying now, it involves money, and there's no money. Cure ED. There's no money.
Do you think the reason why money hasn't come out is because he hasn't declared what party he wants to run?
You have to build. Before you can enter into a house, maybe you will build the house. You want to be comfortable, you build the house to your taste before you can now move in and then sleep there. If you don't build a house, which house are you going to sleep inside? You need to prepare this party for what is going on ahead, what is coming ahead. Sorry, you need to. If you don't build the Labour Party, then on what platform are you boasting? Because Obude movement is not a political party. It's not. It's just a body of people who believe in you and all that. But they are losing interest like every other human venture. Every other human, if the leadership is not strong enough to control the people, they will look elsewhere. They will fizzle out. That's the truth. It's not always money, but a strong leadership. You don't need the money for that one. A strong leadership. Even with the little you have, you behave as if you have all the money. But with a strong leadership, you can achieve something far, far better. People will believe in you. People will now defer to you. People will now, follow you with all their hearts.
But some people believe that once Peter Obi then declares that once he just decides or says that this is a political party I am running with, that's support, that a lot of them are just on the ground. They don't want to say anything yet. That support will come up. So what do you think can be done? I mean, some persons will say there's still time. What do you think can be done between now and 2027 for them?
Look, Peter Obi said he will declare his platform after Anambra election.
Yes, after this month. This is November.
Good. How many days now since after the election?
Well, November has not ended.
You remind me of what happened in Julius Caesar. When the soothsayer told Julius Caesar, beware of the Ides of March. Julius Caesar, as he was passing with the senators, the man told him that day, they told him, Caesar, beware the Ides of March. He said that the Ides of March is here, but it has not passed. This thing you said now, you look, after the Anambra election and what panned out, I expected Peter Obi to announce this in the following day. I'm not joking.
Really?
Yes. It will get more traction.
Is it about traction
Yes.
or about sustenance? Because if you say if there is
How
always the
long
talk of the APC planting moles and creating
Esther,
issues,
there is no party without a mole. No party, APC or PDP, or they have a mole. Even Jesus Christ knew that Jesus was going to betray him. Yet he went ahead with what was called for. You understand? Jesus Christ knew that he had the Judas in his midst, but he went ahead with his work. At what point are you going to continue to dodge and avoid people? Esther, the good, the bad, and the ugly, God created all of them. In fact, there's a way you use the bad man, he will turn out good. This APC now, most of their hatchet men, are they good? But when it has to do with APC, they will fight it out with you. They will do everything to, maintain the integrity of the party, and the leadership will recognize these things, these people. I'm not joking. Most of the people that are projecting APC, they are not good in character. They are not good. And the leadership knows. They know. People like MC Oluomo, is he a good man in character? But look at how they are promoting him. Esther, look at how can a Peter Obi come close to somebody like MC Oluomo? Can a Peter Obi even go close after seeing his antecedent and all that? But the leadership of APC are, using these guys. Jesus Christ did it. He used those he wanted. Even God did it, Esther. God used Moses to liberate the Israelites.
Do you believe MC Oluomo has changed?
Change waiting. Has this thought what is like asking a leopard to change the spot on him? Change at what age?
Age makes people change.
Are you serious?
When life experiences.
Don't worry, when the election comes.
Barrister Darlington.
No, the one I told you are not listening to me, Abi. Let
Okay. All right.
Oh God, he used Moses. You know that this man is not a murderer, a stammerer, hot-tempered. God said, hey, I've seen the guy who will do this work.
All right, Barrister. You know what happened with the FCT minister? This happened, I think, 2 days ago. There have been different perspectives to the whole thing. Some people have said Wike was wrong. Some people said Wike was right. The naval officer was wrong. Some people said they applauded the naval officer's reaction and that Wike ought to, respect the uniform. Other people believe that Wike is ruining the president's administration with his uphandedness, land grabbing, all of that. And there's this feeling that whatever Wike does, whether it's good or bad, it has the permission of the president. Others believe that Wike has been doing what he's doing with the law. He himself has been saying it. And he's also saying that that disputed land in action, whatever it is that is wrong with the land, that he has every right to visit the land. Now, ex-generals, Lucky Rabor, former chief of defense staff, the current defense minister, the current defense chief, everyone has spoken in tandem with Yerima. In fact, Buratai gave a subtle threat to Nyesom Wike. He has apologized, sort of, in a very subtle manner, says he respects the military as an institution, but that his issue is not with the military as a whole, as a unit. His issue is with a private individual. That's a former chief of naval staff. What's your reaction to this?
Look, in one hand, I will blame Wike for what happened.
Okay.
Everybody has condemned. As a minister, you are not supposed to be like this. But Esther, Wike was appointed by a principal. Have you seen that principal utter a word or say something?
Since this incident happened?
Yes.
Is the president supposed to put mouth in everything?
Hold on. This is your minister embarrassing you. In fact,
Barry said Kuba, it can be looked in two different fronts.
The
minister could be defending.
I'm coming. Wike, the way he reacted to that military officer,
naval
officer, it was a direct affront to Tinubu, who is the commander-in-chief. That naval officer is answerable to his oga and then to Tinubu as the commander-in-chief, not to Wike. That is a fact. Even Wike knows. It's just that Wike wanted to bulldoze his way, as always. But this guy stood up to him. That is the truth. Then, that the government have not said anything against Wike. Esther, it is strategic.
Strategic in what sense?
Yes.
Do you expect the government to speak against Wike that is working for the APC?
That is what I'm telling you now, because from what the condemnation you have received, you expected the government to say, look, because of what the people are saying. I remember when something like that happened in Labour Party.
No, the government and supporters of the party have been blaming the naval officer and the military.
That is what I'm telling you. Because of what Wike is doing for APC.
Is Wike doing it for APC or doing it for the country that he's serving?
Which country? When he told you that his allegiance is to Tinubu.
Yeah.
So the president will not say anything wrong in that, as long as Wike is good at rough fight. So he will leave him there. In fact, he will even commit another one before the weekend. That's whom he is, knowing fully well that Tinubu is supporting him. Esther, are you not worried with what happened in Rivers State and how the president was supporting Wike? Are you not worried? So that will tell you that the man is there for a strategic reason, and that is why he's acting like a loose cannon. In a normal claim, Wike ought to resign, but the president will not talk to him, or even he will pretend he never heard what was going on, or that's the truth, because there is a greater mission that Wike is going to perform concerning 2027. But Esther, some people who claim to be holier than the Pope will say, because of this embarrassment, please, you can leave my government. I don't want any embarrassment. When the house he bought in US broke out, Did you hear anything from the government? No. When the land is shared in Abuja broker, did you hear anything from government? No. But I know some candidate, presidential candidate in Zika, who will not tolerate it because of what the people will say. You say you are Mr. Clean, and somebody beside you is stealing money, is grabbing land, and you didn't say anything. It's the true of us. Is that not what plays out here? So Wike is acting because he has a supporter. That's just the truth. Ordinarily, when it comes to land matter, you don't take laws into your hand. It is the court that will decide who owns the land, not you. That is why when it comes to landlord and tenant issues, the police are not expected to come in. It always ends up in court. Yes. Ordinarily, you serve your tenant quit notice, he will be there. He will not even bother. You know, he didn't even bother that, look, this man will call police tomorrow and they will throw me out. He will be there because you know that the matter will go to court and it will not end in 1 month or 2 months. If you did not even answer the court, Esther, they will give you substituted service. I'm not joking. Who will have that patience? You see, the tenancy law is in favor of the tenants in Lagos State. They act with so much arrogance and impunity. That's why some landlords who don't have money for court or who don't have time for court, they will resort to self-help.
Pastor, what are you saying now?
What I'm saying now is that there are things you don't need to dabble into as a leader. Allow your people to handle it.
He said that why he came in there was that the naval officers were harassing his people.
Go to court. Esther, he came there as what? As a policeman or what? Esther, just look at that statement.
As an enforcer of the law.
I'm beginning to think that you are from Wike family. Enforcer of which law? You can see he hasn't indicted himself by that statement. Which law are you enforcing? Who gave you the authority? You are not supposed to. All you need to report to the authorities that look at what is going on. No, you go to court.
But don't you think, as a minister in his capacity, he can revoke whatever license he wants to revoke on any land if he considers that the land is obstructing the orientation or organization of the blueprint of the FCT? And if he feels that said land did not follow due process.
If the government revoke your land as a citizen, you go to court and challenge it. If you are not satisfied, yes, the government have the right to revoke. But you, the citizen, if you sleep on your right, it remains.
But Wike is representing the government.
But in this case, he's not revoking any land. You want to use force to go into that land. He didn't revoke any land. He didn't. He was just trying to muzzle his way against, rule of law.
Paris and Nigeria won Gabon 4-1. Congratulations to Nigeria.
God, that is they don't redeem our image. I'm telling you, it would have been a disaster if Gabon would not. Congratulations! Congratulations! Yeah, in fact, we are going to World Cup.
Really?
Yes, now that's why.
Are you sure? Please, sports analysts in the house, or those of you listening who are following the trend of this football, let me know if we qualify for anything.
No, it remains the one that will go international or something. I think against Italy or one other country. Please,
during the call session, make una tell me or send me WhatsApp message. I beg, make I know what's in this qualifier us inside.
No, we'll be good. We have I think 1 or 2 matches and that's it. But for us to scale through, because we would have gone out from here.
Okay.
Yeah, we would have gone out from. So. Now, what Wike did is an affront to the president, but he kept quiet. Esther, a Tinubu that would have reacted with the different, send police, send army, send but up till now, he has not said, rather, what I heard that they set up a probe or something like that.
There was a situation with Magodo, one of the estates in Magodo in Lagos, and that video resurfaced after this altercation we had with a naval officer on how the governor of Lagos State, his excellency,
I said it
Sanwo-Olu, actually had an interaction with the police officer.
Yes.
A couple of persons felt it was classy, it was beautiful, it was decent. He did not lose his standing as a governor of the state in that authority. He asked questions which he ought to have asked. In fact, the police officer was responding in respect, even if he says no, he could not leave. But he was, you could see the humility and the submission, and while the governor was speaking with him. So is it about orientation?
Of course.
Is it about no? There's some kind of etiquette
Man
that
of
public
approach,
office holders ought to learn.
Expected, yes.
So there's a huge difference. That's the governor of the state, and FCT minister too is like the governor of the FCT, sort of. So what happened? Is it that these guys don't go through leadership training, don't go through etiquette and mannerisms of the office they occupy?
In the case of Wike, he started with Agboro in Motor Park. That was where he started in River State. Then start.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Nothing can change those kind of people. He started with Agboro in Motor Park, where he was writing ticket. Those people that write ticket, they eat with the force.
Oh,
so when you started your political career from a Motor Park, Esther, what do you expect?
Personality. Please, what evidence do you have to substantiate?
But is that not where he started? He was chairman of a Motor Park or something before chairman of Obiakpo local government. Is that hidden? It's a fact now. So when you grow up from there, it's like making MC Oluomo a minister now. Esther, we are finished. You just recruit all these boys to be his aides. And those ones, when you speak too more grammar, they will break bottle.
Good.
Are you not the one that appointed him? So what were you expecting? No, what were you expecting? So those people are there for a purpose. Esther, Tinubu know what he's doing. He deliberately appointed him to do this kind of attack, whatever. He knows what he's doing. Can't you see it yourself? So when you appoint such a person, you know what to expect. So when he start acting, you just pretend as if you are not even around, because you appointed him and he's doing what you asked him to do. That's the truth. All this one that ordinarily, like I told you, the normal process would have been for him to go to court and challenge the ownership of that land. Is that not true? Let the court decide. But he doesn't want to do that. It will be a waste of time for a Wike who want to bulldoze his way in any way.
Do you think he's going to be the downfall of Tinubu's administration?
No.
Okay.
Downfall, okay. If he did not bring downfall in River State, which one will it does not. When everybody have run into APC, who else will challenge APC? Esther. No,
so you don't believe anybody can challenge them?
Nothing. Who?
So if that's the case, then there's no need for them to invest too much in convincing anyone ahead of 2027.
Is that not where we are going? Because those people who ran there, those people who supported this thing, I pray that we run into a one-party state. I'll be here to welcome them. Esther, seriously, that's me. You know, when some of us say things, they don't take it serious until it happens. All the people that are running into APC, they say it's master strategy, this and that. He's doing it now, fine. We'll celebrate and clap for him, yes. But how about the repercussion, the implication? What happened to it? Or is there any infamy that brings good result at the end? No, it doesn't end well. Anything that started with infractions will end up with infractions, Esther. That is it. This thing that APC is doing, everybody running into APC, they say they are paying them money, they are inducing them and all that. No problem. But when you leave office, and the person there now refuse to give shishi, because all of us don't have the same character, what happen? Or will you be controlling Nigeria when you retire? Esther, will you be controlling Nigeria like you are controlling Lagos when you retire or when you leave office? You know it's not going to be possible now. Maybe by that time you now realize that you are building castle in the air. Yes. If APC is not solid on ground, with good leadership, with good due process, giving people the opportunity to contribute to the party, when you leave there, that party will collapse, Esther. It's as simple as that.
You don't think someone is already being groomed?
Like who?
We may not know who the person is.
Whoever they are grooming, Nigeria will not tolerate that person. Even APC people will not tolerate that person.
How are you sure?
Because listen very well. The leadership of APC have enough financial watchers now. When they leave, that financial watchers may not be there, and they may not have access to it. What do you think now will happen? No, tell me, what will happen? Is it not money they are using to control all these people? It's money now. So when that money is no longer flowing, who will listen to you?
But there are some core loyalists of Tinubu who will do anything for him.
When he leave office, they will live with him. Nobody will tolerate those things. Even the people of Lagos State, they are not even comfortable as it is. They are waiting for him to retire from office, or
Are you sure?
So that they will have a breathing space. Do you think this will continue forever? Esther, be sincere to yourself. Do you think it will continue? It will not. It will collapse.
All right, Barrister, let's take a very short break. All right, the evening rush continues after this very short breather. Do kindly stay with us.
Customer, welcome. What do you want buy?
I want buy changeover. Contact fuse and distribution board made of 100% heavy duty copper.
Oh, come, I get am. See, I'm here.
No, now I'm looking for Slatter Star J contact fuse and distribution board, Nipo contact fuse, Star J solar battery, inverter, MPPT controller, and solar panel.
But Oga,
don't worry, I know where to get them. Whether na Star J changeover contact fuse, Slatter distribution board, Nipo contact fuse, Star J solar battery, inverter, MPPT controller, and solar panel, Star J ceiling fan, sockets, all earthen materials. Make you no go do cover-wise pan foolish o. Slatter Star J Indian product na #1 since 1961. Made of 100% heavy duty solid copper with no compromise. Available in all leading electrical shops nationwide. Slatter Star J na you biko.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. You're still listening to the Evening Rush right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Oh yes, like I say, it's a beautiful Monday evening and we're actually still discussing, it's a beautiful Thursday evening rather, Barrister Darlington, because you always come Thursdays and Mondays and Thursdays. So somebody just sent a message that Esther, Nigeria still has to play the winner between Cameroon and DR Congo before going to play intercontinental champion elsewhere. Okay, so we have 2 more games to go. Hopefully when we win that, I do hope we do, because honestly speaking, we need anything that will just bring back the faith and the hope on Nigeria. Trust me, like we literally need it. Barrister Darlington, so based on what transpired today, Nnamdi Kanu has resubmitted, alright, he's asking the appeal court to stop judgment on his terrorism trial. He submitted the appeal against the November 20 judgment that, based on the fact that his trial had no significance to continue. So a couple of people think they think Nnamdi Kanu is deliberately delaying his case, the same case he complains that the FG has been delaying, that he's deliberately delaying it with all the tactics that he comes up with. Others feel that he ought not to have disbanded his legal team. Up to today, we've not heard really why those teams the legal team were disbanded or they were no longer representing him. Rather, what has been happening is he's consulting with them. So nobody knows precisely what happened. We heard that there were threats on the lawyers, which obviously could tarnish their careers. We had different narratives, but the way it is that Nnamdi Kanu seems to want to represent himself. Do you think he's deliberately stalling when some people think that they already know what the obvious conviction would be?
I think Nnamdi Kanu is not helping his case, because this thing he's doing now, I don't know where it will end up. Initially, when this matter was in the cooler, all of us were saying, please, why not begin this trial? Try this man. He said he's ready for trial. That was the demand of everybody. Now the trial have started. I am now saying that it should no longer continue. That means you don't even know what you want. I have advised Nnamdi Kanu, cool down. If this matter was trashed out at a big court, the 15 count charges, it will equally be trashed out at the Federal High Court where the matter is today. The fact they are not going to invent any other charge.
But while he was leaving the court today, some of the Supreme Court workers, they left their offices, came out to hail him, and he acknowledged their cheers by raising his fist in the air. I don't know if you had seen that video earlier today. There was this support, praise. Everyone was hailing. Can you hear that?
So when you're not in her office, so this is the thing. They give a directive that count 7 doesn't exist anymore. So that should amend it, change it, doesn't exist. I still play to that same faulty law. Yes, it was an error. It's an error, big error. So I want them to correct that. That was one of the motions we had. That's
all right, so that was what happened today. So, in your assessment,
there's nobody without a supporter.
Okay.
Abi? Nobody. If politicians with all have done, they still have supporter. Why wouldn't Nnamdi Kanu have a supporter? I mean, it's natural for him to have come out to do most of the things he did. He should have supporters, because people at the end of the day, they know the person that is for them. Every human being in any setting, they know their leader. That is why the people choose their leader, especially in Igbo land. Nobody come out and say, I am this. No, it is the Igbo that choose their leader. What Nnamdi Kanu has suffered is enough to earn him some
followership.
Followership. It has never happened in Igbo land before. So anybody trying to suppress that will be wasting his time. There are people who are die-hard Nnamdi Kanu. Nothing you will tell them, they will listen to Nnamdi Kanu for before you. That's the truth. And these are part of the reasons why the federal government is afraid of releasing him, because of his popularity. But let me advise them, Esther. This man, what's his name? Frederick Forsyth, who is now late. When he wrote a book, Emeka, at the last page of that book, he said, it will not be long before another Emeka or Dimoji Ojukwu will rise up. He said it. That means there are people with discerning mind who will know, yes, that this is what will happen. This is where this is. As long as this marginalization continues, Esther, there are 1,001 Nnamdi Kanu in the southeast. Don't deceive yourself. There is 1,001 Nnamdi Kanu. We don't even know. The people that will come after him will be more deadly than him. We don't even know. Esther, about 20 years ago, did you believe that Nnamdi Kanu is in the southeast? Did you hear anything from him? Did you believe that we have somebody like that in the southeast who is strong-hearted? He don't even bother that he's in court and all that. He's challenging everybody, talking tough. Did you believe? That is it. So the earlier the federal government work with Nnamdi Kanu, the better. He is the only person who can keep the restive youth quiet. That's the truth. If the federal government knows what they are doing, they should release Nnamdi Kanu and work with him to bring peace in the southeast. If anything should happen to Nnamdi Kanu, Esther, I wonder what will happen. It will be very difficult to control what will follow. Very difficult.
No, what do you mean what will follow? What do
you think those supporters will go and sleep or lie low?
What do you expect? I think that we should be careful of some statements that we make.
No, but is it not obvious? He has supporters.
Yes, he has supporters. Doesn't necessarily mean that it will devolve to whatever it is.
I said, do you know where whatever they will start? Do you know how it will end? You only know the beginning of any fight. You don't know where that fight will end.
Well, Marisa, you notice that in the whole of this, it is people of the southeast that suffer the most in whatever it is that happens.
Did I tell you that sit at home was imposed on them, or they choose to do that in difference to Nnamdi Kanu's ordeal? Which one be suffering? Have we someone that is down need no follow? These people that they are killing in Imo State, was it Nnamdi Kanu that is killing them? The one Amnesty International said that over 1,800 and something human beings have been slaughtered in Imo State in 2 years. Was it Nnamdi Kanu that slaughtered them? Human rights violation. Was it Nnamdi Kanu? So these are the outcome of Nnamdi Kanu's incarceration. The federal government know what they are doing. When Asari Dogbo came out and said he had a contract to be cleaning the Igbo water. Was it Nnamdi Kanu that said it? No, let us, this propaganda have made people not to look at issues passionately. For somebody to come out and say that he has a contract to be killing Igbos, contract to be killing them. And the federal government never disowned him or said something. So
a contract with the Nigerian military.
So who is the Nigerian military?
The Nigerian military distance themselves from that narrative, but he keeps on saying it.
Oh, and we can see the evidence. Esther, evidence is there. Denial is not enough. Evidence is there. When he went to Aso Rock and they gave him the platform to make a press release, what does that tell you? The same person. So all these things that people are shying away from, I am saying, look, in Rwanda, it was when the plane of the Hutu man was shot down, their president, Haba Maria or something like that, their president, when the plane was shot down, that was when hell was let loose in Rwanda. Is that not true? So there are people that are figure in their environment. You don't treat such people with this kind of, and you expect that everything will be okay. There are people know that, look, you have done wrong by killing this man or by doing something unto us. They will not take it lightly. I told you here that the First World War was fought because a woman was killed. They claim she's not a blue blood. So what are you telling me? There are things you don't dabble into. All these things that they are doing to Nnamdi Kanu, personally, I feel it's persecution, not prosecution. Seriously. Because people who have done worse things are roaming about, dining and whining with the government, yet, And so you think that by treating him this way, you are helping the matter. You are not helping the matter. You are making it worse. That's the truth. Everybody have come to know now that Nnamdi Kanu is being persecuted, not prosecuted. How come a whole Supreme Court, a matter came before you? Instead of you to take a decision, you say they should go back and start from the lower court. What kind of thing is that? Even advising Nnamdi Kanu to balance it, that he should go and sue the federal government. He should go and take up a civil suit against the federal government, as if anything will come out of there. The money the court said they should pay Nnamdi Kanu, have anybody paid? Have anybody paid? Nobody. So what are you telling me? These are part of the reason why people are suspecting that, look, this is no longer a joke. There is something the federal government are looking for. This is no longer prosecution.
Sure has already actually said quite a lot in regards to that. He has already mentioned what the whole situation is. So let's see how the case is still in court. Let's see how it goes. He looked quite confident, promising, healthy, and he still exudes the aura that he exudes. The FG has suspended the implementation of the proposed 15% import tax on petrol and diesel. This was an announcement that was made today, all right? And they advised members of the public against hoarding, panic buying, or other non-market-driven escalation of petroleum prices. Now, a couple of persons feel this is good news, but they feel that once it is January 2026, they will go back to it. And by then, there's nothing anybody can do. Do you think that's the case?
Look, Esther, in the first place, there shouldn't be any importation because the fuel subsidy removal and the PIA have taken care of this thing. If you have a local content, why are you bringing it from abroad? Dangote have told you he has the capacity to supply Africa, not just Nigeria. The biggest refinery in the whole world, biggest, 1.4 million barrels a day. No other refinery, none. And so, why are you importing, Esther? We don't even know the quality of the fuel you are importing. And you are not saying you need 15% or whatever to discourage importation. Esther, can you just imagine? Instead of you to stop the process that will lead to importation, you now say when they import, you now pay 15%. Who will bear the brunt? Then at the end of the day, you now go and collect subsidy from the back door, like they paid in last October. Remember, this NNPC said that they are going to collect 7.7 trillion from federal government for what did they call it now? Under what? Under something. Yeah, they said it, okay, that we should pay them. Is that not because they imported the fuel?
All right, President, finally, because we need to open the phone lines. We have a lot of calls already coming in. In a very recent interview in one of the Monitor television program, U.S. Congressman disclosed that Trump may not go ahead with the military invasion, as was being said earlier. But what he will literally do is that his priority is that he's getting frustrated with the ongoing genocide and the nonchalancy and lack of empathy from the government in handling it. So what they would do is to impose sanctions and limitations on the persons they know who are responsible, and that they have the names and list of the persons responsible. So he says the comment were more about expressing frustration with ongoing violence than indicating a real plan for military intervention. Now, last week we heard the U.S. Parliament, where Trump designated a certain group of persons to create a plan on how they would go about whatever invasion tactic they wanted to go for. They said high, medium, and normal, but they felt that they needed a higher method of handling this, because they felt like if they do it in a medium format, that the genocide will continue, that these guys have really infested the country. But he said that what happens is that despite him expressing his frustration over the violence, right, what he would do is to impose sanctions on those individuals and apply pressure on them rather than launching an invasion. So he says that yes, the president came out forcefully. That's President Donald Trump of the US. But that it's not a high priority of having actual military intervention specifically in Nigeria. But what he thinks is that he wants to make sure that from his view, the genocide that is happening specifically against Christians, but also others in Nigeria, needs to stop while they don't envision any surprise attack on Nigeria through their military forces, but that there's going to be a huge military response in targeting these individuals. And they're going to start with the elites who they consider to be on the red lists. So they will start by sanctioning. So anytime we hear some certain persons' visas were revoked or whatever in the politics from the US, do we suspect that they're the ones sponsoring insecurity?
Of course. Now, these are part of the plan. But Esther, do not be misled by what this man said. Donald Trump can invade Nigeria and take out the terrorists if the killings continue. Quote me. This thing that you had now, it may even bolster these terrorists to continue with what they are doing, and that will anger America the more. That will anger Donald Trump the more. If this killing does not stop, Esther, Donald Trump will invade Nigeria and then take out without considering the consequences.
Well, After all, who are Donald you? Trump cannot invade Nigeria.
Listen very well. Listen. Esther, targeted invasion may be applied.
You know that he can't do any of this without some certain approval.
Look, who will come against them? Because they are coming here on a humanitarian ground. They are coming here on a mission. Humanitarian mission. So what is wrong with it? That is the question here. Are you coming on a humanitarian ground, or are you coming to grab a land or whatever? If they are coming on a humanitarian, the whole world will rally around America. I'm not joking. Yes, if they are coming on a, because the ripple effect is what you should even consider. If these other people who are oppressing and suppressing some groups in their countries for whatever reason, if they see what has happened in Nigeria by Donald Trump, it will make them to behave themselves now. Abi? Yes, it will make them to behave themselves, knowing that if it happened here, it can happen any other place. So That is why I'm living like this to be tested with Nigeria. So that this guy will know that, look, there is a higher force. Because already they have taken over Nigeria from all indication. Our sovereignty has been taken over by Toru Bello and his group. That we no longer control them. All manner of people are talking tough and all that. People like Shegumi and his followers, they just talk and behave, arrogant statement that can cause problem. One will wake up and say somebody's wife should be killed because she's an infidel. All those things. By the time this thing happen, don't you think everybody will behave themselves? All this entitlement mentality will stop. Esther, it will stop. That is the truth. You cannot be just there waiting for free money and all that while others are working. All of a sudden, the only thing you contribute is to kidnap people and collect ransom. And you think it's going to stop all of a sudden if there is no force against it? Seriously. So whether we like it or not, Donald Trump from his antecedent, he doesn't go back on his way. So that's the truth. So the government should not relax. Instead, they should start now by dislodging those people in Plateau and Benue State, Benue villages.
All right. The number
so
to call is 080-3692-9933. Hello. Good evening. Hello. What are you pressing? Okay, you're pressing something on your phone. Hello. Good evening, sir. What are you doing?
Yeah, good evening. Yes.
Good evening. Go ahead, sir. What's your name?
My name is Frank. I'm calling from Ajayi.
All right, Frank. Please quickly go ahead.
I don't know why Mr. President is hesitating to tell those criminals to go away from all those places. I don't know why he's hesitating. I give you 24 hours to leave those places to go back to your place.
Exactly.
Nigeria is not your home. I don't know why he's hesitating. He's not the commander-in-chief of armed forces. That's number one. According to the whatever he's calling his name, need to be arrested for that comment he's making to kill Igbo. Yes.
Right.
I will tell you very easy. He don't want to say. According to whatever he's saying, they need to be arrested. Look at their own Nnamdi Kanu. They did not say anything. So somebody said that they have collected contracts to be killing Igbo. God will catch all of them.
Telling you.
All right, thank you for calling. All right, 080-3692-9933. That's the number to call. Hello, good evening. Hello.
Hello, Esther.
Yes, welcome, sir. How are you?
I'm okay, Esther. Good day, and by Sagbalin. This is Tony from Chicago.
From Chicago.
How are you today?
Yeah. Up Nigeria first of all.
Yes, so we are moving forward.
So Esther, I want to let you know that Americans can enter Nigeria airspace without the authority.
Of course.
Do you remember one of the Americans were kidnapped somewhere and they came in there, paid the man and went back to America? Nobody knows about that.
Of course.
They can go in there. And I want to let you know, before Donald Trump released that information, they know where these people are, and they're monitoring them. They're monitoring them. And Nigerian authority knows, but the way power to go in there, Tinubu is handicapped. Let for he want to force them out. But we know it's politics of the Northerners. I didn't want to go in and stamp on them. People are crying today. Trump never said he want to invade Nigeria. All he said, he wants to take out those people that you are enemies. Please, Esther, if somebody is coming to your house every day to steal, and I say I want to come and take that person, will you tell me not to come and take him? The person ask for you.
I don't know.
Why is Nigeria giving changing the statement made by Trump to invading Nigeria? He's not invading. He never used invade Nigeria. I say you guys have to do things, or you will come and take out those terrorists. He mentioned them, the terrorists. So please, I don't know why Nigeria take everything politics.
No.
May God bless us.
Thank you.
And Esther, Let me add this. If America does not come and this thing continue, the people will take their destiny in their own hands.
Hello, people are already doing that. Oh,
So
okay. Hello.
That's the result.
Good evening. How are you? Welcome. What's your name?
My name is Thomas.
Hello.
Hello. My name is Thomas.
Thomas.
Yes.
All right, Thomas. Where are you calling from?
From Mushi.
Mushi.
Yes.
Okay, please go ahead, Thomas.
Please, I want to talk about the carbon case.
Okay.
But the carbon case will say that if anything happens to me, something will happen. I want to join you back to when Abiola died in Costa. What happened to everybody?
There are two different cases. So.
How?
Abiola declared himself a president. Nnamdi Kanu did not declare himself president.
No, but you said that when Abiola died in custody, why wasn't there?
You didn't hear me. How did he die? Why was he even incarcerated? Is it not because he declared himself president? When there is a sitting president, Abacha. Nnamdi Kanu talking about being a list.
Speaking? Hello?
Go ahead.
Put me on speaker. 08036929933. That's the number. 08036929933. Hello, good evening. Turn down the volume of your radio, please. Thank you. Hello? Turn down the volume of your radio, please. Good evening. How are you? How are you, ma?
I'm fine.
Hello?
Good evening, sir.
Hey, my dear, how are you?
Welcome.
I'm very sorry,
Alright, ma. Go ahead, ma.
Dear baby, how you doing?
Please. I'm fine, sir.
Okay.
I just want to bring to you everything. And I want to tell Nigerians, whether good or bad, Trump is coming. Whether they like it or not, Trump must be in Nigeria. That is why I'm even happy. You take care of yourself.
There's no problem.
Bye-bye.
Hello?
Hello, Esther.
Good evening. How are you?
Good evening.
How are you? Welcome.
Barrister Darlington. Good evening, sir.
You don't even know, Robert.
My name is Robert. I'm not hearing you people, but I don't know if you are hearing me.
I'm here. We are hearing you. Go ahead.
Okay, sir. God bless you, sir.
Yes.
Master, sorry, what are you to us saying? Like today, I saw on Facebook where Nnamdi Kanu submitted the letter to the teaching basis of Nigeria, do something like that. So, sir, I just want you to enlighten me because I think the judgment will come up on the 20th of this month. He said they should halt the judgment. I want to be enlightened, sir. Whether it has any the class the judgment still go on or they will halt it. I want to know. I did not start your program while I was watching Nigeria football. Yes. I'm sorry to take you back, sir.
No problem.
Thank you.
Esther, until that day come, it is we don't know the mind of the court for now. Until that day come and they look at the content of what Nnamdi Kanu have presented. If they are going to review the case, but I don't see the court asking Nnamdi Kanu go home because of, every matter that you bring to the court must have a logical conclusion. It must be adjudicated upon. There must be judgment. I have not seen a matter. Rather, what the court can do is to refer it to another court. But I have not seen a matter that will come before the court. The court will say, oh yeah, because of you, oh yeah, go home. You are decided and acquitted. They say they don't want to, it's not done. Even the Supreme Court cannot do that. Rather, he can refer to another court like they did now. So let them look at what Nnamdi Kanu has presented and see the merit of all those things. Maybe it will aid in the judgment.
All right.
But like I said, we still have two windows. Okay. After this Federal High Court, Nnamdi Kanu can still go for appeal
All right. Hello.
Before the
Good
Supreme
evening.
Court.
Yes.
Good evening, Mr. Barrett, sir.
Federal High Court.
Good evening, sir.
Okay, go ahead. So
Yes,
what's
my
your name?
take is this. So, good evening, Nigeria. Good evening, all VP fans. I beg you, Gary Muson, Esther. I'm calling from, it's me, Chris, calling from Holy Cross, but presently now I'm in Agege environment now. Esther, I beg me Trump come, I beg. If Trump not comes, he hits with the warriors with too much. I beg. Let it come in, that all the miss is welcome, please. That's our only hope for now. Thank you, Barrister Valis. Well done, sir. Good evening, sir.
Hello,
Hello.
how are you doing? Welcome, sir.
Good evening, Chief Darlington, sir.
Well done, my brother.
Very well, sir. Yeah, back to Nnamdi Kanu.
What's your name, sir?
My name is IBB, calling from Nebeda.
All right, welcome. Go ahead.
Back to Nnamdi Kanu issue. Like, I do take my time to listen to Barrister Darlington when it comes to the aspect of this issue. So I appreciate him so much on that aspect. And you know one thing I regret about barristers, because I don't want to call him one of those barristers because I respected him. But in which case, one of his brothers, that when you call yourself barrister, you begin to ask yourself a question: which of the law school made him a barrister?
That will be Judas in every.
I know, and that's chief. I did that, but now we stand. In this case of Nnamdi Kanu, is there no way government can withdraw this case, let them be peace? That aspect.
Yes, at this point, Esther, let us be clear about it. At this point, as long as the matter is going on in court and judgment have not been given, the judgment, the government can enter nulli prosecute.
Okay.
With the Attorney General, he can just say, "Look, we are no longer interested in this matter." Are you? They've done it before. They did it for Showore. So what are you saying? It can be done.
All right, so it's just the will to do it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what they're wasting time.
How are you? What's your name?
My name is
Bliss from Akpapa.
Yes.
All right, please welcome.
Thank you.
Well done, my brother.
The issue of Nnamdi Kanu case.
Can you turn down your radio, Mr. Bliss?
Okay.
Thank you. Go ahead. I still hear myself at the background.
Okay, I've done that already.
All right, please go ahead then.
Okay, this issue of Nnamdi Kanu case, the government knows what they are doing, and I think the court is observing the government. So Nnamdi Kanu, I believe, is just wasting his time about this case. Nothing will come out of it. The agreement the government had with the past government is what we are keeping to. So I don't see anything meaningful coming out of this case, because if you take the whole thing, if Tinubu has no issue with Nnamdi Kanu, why is he keeping in detention?
Did you say he had any issue with him?
Yeah, Tinubu wasn't the president. Tinubu wasn't the president. Issue of
the fact that he was not the president. Okay, continue.
Buhari was keeping in the court of the way he was insulting Buhari. That's just the new thing. Tinubu has come, has no issues, instead to release him, maybe because of some political confrontation that they have gotten already before he has no office.
You don't think that there's a personal beef with some statements that were made by him against the president, even though he was not the president at the time? You don't think that's also part of it?
No, that is not Tinubu's concern.
Okay.
That's Buhari's concern. The Tinubu is just following what there's this agreement you have with predecessors rather before you come in. You can touch some issues, just leave them like that. Let them be like that. So national, or unquote, national, but it is not like that. Buhari, it is just carrying Buhari's problem on his own head. If anything is the one that Wike is doing and solve it, he will not do that. So that's what my take.
All right, thank you very much.
Esther,
sir.
Did you remember it was after Yusuf Mohammed was killed that Boko Haram went haywire? Is that not true? The followers said they will not agree because of what happened to their leader. Is that not true? So you learn from what happened to you before.
Hello, good evening. How are you?
Good evening.
What's your name, please?
My name is Peter.
Peter.
Yes.
Alright, Peter. Where are you coming from?
I greet you. We're going from Apapa.
From Apapa. Alright, Peter, go ahead.
Yes. What I want to say concerning trade, let you people, Nigerian people, leave this man alone. Well, this man is trying to deliver this country, but I see that most of us, we are not serious. Nigerian people are not serious. You understand? So if they want to, maybe they want this country to be better, they would have had patience and work with this man. This man cannot be everywhere. He cannot satisfy everybody. They need to contribute. If they at all they have something on their head, they need to contribute and call him to order. Even if there's any area that maybe it's not, connecting, they need to, call him in order. They should do that. What they do is to, defect. They want to go to have where they get Hitman or something like that. Yes, should leave this man alone. If they like this country, let them come together. I'm waiting for him. Any time that he come out, anybody that love this country should vote for him. And concerning Nandikan, this man did not do anything. The federal government may be expecting to annul this man. It will not happen. It's them that will use their head carry it. This man, nothing will happen to him. God is with him and God will deliver him.
All right, thank you very much. 0803692 9933. The WhatsApp number is 0817 1756338. 0817 1756338. That is the WhatsApp number. Okay, you can send your messages there. Our friends in diaspora, you can also call the WhatsApp number as well to get your views on the conversations that we have had so far. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Welcome.
I am Mr. Robert.
Mr. Eze.
Yeah, Robert.
Oh, Mr. Robert. Another Robert.
Yes,
Welcome, Mr. Robert.
Yeah, thank you very much. And good evening to our honorable barrister.
Welcome, sir.
I'm happy for you. Hearing your voice always makes me happy. So thank you very much, and God bless you. Because for putting Nigeria matter problem on your head and only trying to find solution to it, it's a source of joy to me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Now, yes, talking about this issue of the American president. First of all, please, I need to ask you whether it is high that you don't understand the grammar very well. If you say Nigeria is a country of particular concern, what does it mean, please? Educate me.
Okay.
Please.
Thank you.
I want to know before I continue. No, that's not all. I have something to say.
All right, sir. Thank you so much. Barrister, can you...
In 1998, the power was given to America or the American president to declare any country where this type of thing is going on as a country of particular concern. And when that declaration is made, that means you will be on a sanction. You can't borrow money, buying of arms, economic sanctions, visa restrictions, all those things that will make you to be recognized in the international community, they will block it. In fact, you will be a pariah nation.
A pariah. That's
see?
crazy. Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you? What's your name, sir?
My name is Sudi. I'm calling from Miteo.
Your name is what, sir? Your voice is low.
My name is Sudi. I'm calling from Miteo.
Tunji from Itire. All right. Tunde. All right, Tunde, please go ahead, sir.
Well done.
Nigeria. So that is it. I'm really appreciate you for your suggestion and explanation of making Nigeria move forward. I'm trying watching for you. Maybe Nigeria are patriotic and listening. I don't know, maybe they are biased too. But I want development Nigeria, and we want Nigeria to be moved forward simply because of the future. You understand what I'm saying? You know, Nigeria, they are less concerned of our people dying. Because immediately they hear from, I was in the federal one day. When they hear that job is coming, they are started saying all sorts of rubbish that they want to repeat Nigeria. So that means Nigeria too, they don't want this move forward of this nation to go forward. I don't even know what is going on though. Maybe by the time I explain to Nigeria better, because they are saying sort of things, they want to go and kick terrorists, they want to go and collect our resources. I don't know. It's like I don't know, maybe because I like Nigeria more. That's my own. Thank you, God bless Nigeria.
It's propaganda. Esther, which resources are you coming to collect? No, okay. If they want your resources, they will go the way they're not neo-colonialism.
Good evening. Your radio, please. All right. How are you, sir? Welcome. What's your name?
I'm fine. My name is Chidera. I'm calling from Agbara.
Chidera. You're the namesake of one of our colleagues here. Welcome. Please, Chidera, go ahead.
Yeah, according to the decision of EPC by Paris Tadalente, that is not 2 days ago, I think 3 days ago, 2 weeks, money. I'm asking please, put more light on that.
Okay.
Those loans, Esther, you know that those loans have been already applied for. It's just that what's it called? The National Assembly just approved it. I hope you know. This law, you don't just want you wake up today and then it begin to apply. No. Those money, we don't even know who is going to borrow us money. Is it China or World Bank or IMF? We don't know. We only say they are going to borrow money. Is that not what they told us, Esther?
Yeah. So
we don't know. Even when you are a pariah nation, you can be doing business with a country that have interest in you. You have China saying that they will come and defend Nigeria in case if America comes. Is that not true? So it doesn't mean that you be completely neglected by your allies or your friends or those who like you or those who are benefiting from you. It's just that you will no longer be visible in the international stage. You will not. That's the truth. Things that UN are doing and all that, your name will not be mentioned. Whatever you are doing, you'll be doing it on a low scale. Like now, the whole of Europe have placed sanctions on Russia because of what you're doing in Ukraine. But Russia is doing business with India and China.
Hello, good evening. How are you? I do. What's my name?
My name is
Alaji. Ndeo.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Which one is this one? I like to
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I like about this front letter. I want the front letter to come very soon. But the thing is too much. The thing is too much for it. And not. It's not very. The thing is too much. We want them to come and help us. And another thing I want to get you for something. This lady that still here the other day for Monday, when they come on Monday. Please, I want to get the number where they're selling that medicine, that product.
Send a message on WhatsApp 0817
I don't have big phone.
Well, I'll just send a message. I'll keep on calling the number so you can send a message.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me take some of your messages. This person says, good evening, Esther. Regarding Wike's issue, it's a prophecy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that is playing out on him. He said he'll be disgraced at last. Any discerning person will know that Wike started emancipating after the Obibo pogrom or genocide. Emeka from Ago. All right, the naval man, the employee of Nigerians, and minister, the employee of Nigerians. Wike only in charge of Abuja, while armies covers the whole nation. For me, the army is more important and must be respected. Esther, it's too early for obedience to showcase 2027. APC is regretting their one-party card, which the North is yet to buy to. Okay, Esther, good evening. How are you today? President, I greet you. Esther, congratulations. Nigeria is winning Gabon. I told Alibo in the morning that Nigeria will win. Thank God for that. If you white now, so Ayetore.
Well,
Right.
we still have 2 roads to cross. So
Yeah.
the most important one is the last one.
Esther, Wike's misbehavior before a young officer gives away his ignorance about ethics, good character in leadership, and decent conduct. How can a minister of a federal republic call an officer with the republic's uniform a fool publicly? Influence of Wike's 30-year-old whiskey is not helping him too. And for Nnamdi Kanu, even though I believe in his cause, no government will feel safe to release him because of his unruly attitude, even in detention. They fear that he may go set the country on fire if they free him. Those supporting his unruliness don't love him. Government has not complied with laws, but he no longer needs law now. He needs strategic diplomacy and political compromise to gain freedom. Chiedu from Ogun State. Evening, Esther. If you like, no reader. I listened to your analyst at 6 p.m. and just laughed at his opinion. Obi has shown himself as an incompetent man in organizing people, and everywhere he goes, scatters. But the biased analysts, they cover him. Now, Maurice Moye don't leave him just as Kenneth, Valentine, and other key obedient men. Aisha is cooking and others too, and those way never pay for their work in the last election, still they vex with them. Darlington talk well as a reasonable analyst by saying there are more to leave the obedient movement, which is true. How can Maurice spend his personal money and nothing for him, and Obi they form Mr. I know they pay? He's very poor in communication, and even when he talks self, he confirms he gets his advice. Congratulations to Moye and Darlington. Any party where you go, APC they wait for him with their members. He must spend all those abacha money where he make those days. Chop alone no good. Oh. More confusion on the way. More cries of bigotry for Darlington. Pinto, Anosike Mbata, and other biased Igbo analysts of VOP. David from Oshodi. David, you carry chest though. Okay. See the thing where you carry for head. See all the things where you pack. Okay, good evening, Esther. Peter Obi didn't contest election in any of those states. Peter Obi has his own followers. Let's forget about the issue of seeing Peter Obi as a weak man. We all want change, but still expecting old pattern of politics. Around from Satellite Town. Good evening, Esther and Barrister Darlington. You are doing a good job. The truth in Nigerian politics is that the winner takes it all. APC is having a field day because they control the center. I am foreseeing that the 2027 general election has already been won by APC. It's very unfortunate that we have to endure another 4 years with this APC. Emeka from Okoko Michael. Don't have this defeatist mentality, okay? You can never tell when it comes to election, so don't be defeated. Get your PVC, go out and vote for
all the predictions about Anambra did not come to pass. All the predictions of Anambra.
So what are you
when
saying?
there was an agreement.
Who made agreement?
You were not there when Tinubu promised Soludo governor. And Soludo now promised him president. And with that, even their APC member did not even campaign, or they did not campaign for him. So what are you saying?
So what are you saying, President?
What are you saying?
Are you saying now that what that person said, that is what every other Nigerian should carry in
Look,
head?
in Nigerian politics, there are things that are very predictable. So nothing can change it.
Anything can change.
Okay, don't worry.
You can never tell.
Okay, I've had.
Nothing is permanent.
I've had.
Barrister, you agreed with me today.
Eh?
Or is that agreement in sarcasm?
So you believe in agree? I don't understand. You agree with what
You said I have heard. I said you
I have
agreed with
heard.
me today.
I have heard. Does not mean that I agree.
Okay.
Evening
Greetings from the center of University Ikorodu to you, a stick media, and special salute to His Lordship Justice 001 Agumo. For me, so long as the APC mantra is what money cannot buy, more money can buy it, the present APC government can borrow from the devil to just lobby governors and feeble obedient members. But whatever happens, I still believe in the vision and aspiration of Sir Peter Gregory Obi till tomorrow. Pop Chew in Ikorodu. Peter and supporters are still angry with those who use name to win elections, but later defected into other political parties. So Peter Obi should try to have constant parley with all the obedient leaders, although all obedience are well aware that all the Judas and obedience are now coming out to look for what to grab for 2027 general elections. Chairman from Agbara. Good evening, Esther. Good evening, Barrister Darlington. My name is Gabriel from Ikorodu. Esther, many people want to hear that Obi has lost his political influence. He has lost his followers or his followership. He's not what he claims to be. He's not capable. He's too weak. Yet they complain every day about the impunity and rascality of the ruling APC. They complain about their overbearing attitude. They're encouraged incompetence and their lawlessness. Do you say that it is we ordinary Nigerians that are confused, not Obi? I cannot advise Obi to change and be like Nigerian politicians. What is the essence? Most of you don't read and follow his line of thought. Let me re-echo it for those who care to listen. He's not desperate to become president. He's desperate to see Nigeria work. Those desperate to become president are the ones buying votes and voters, raising and sponsoring thugs and buy the electoral umpire to rig for them. If Obi tries to lead Nigeria and the bad system here won't allow him, let him go his way. We'll love him like that. It won't be a death sentence. Barrister Agumo, can you allow Peter Obi to lead? I don't know where we Igbos got it wrong. Imagine actor Okonkwo publicly declaring that Peter Obi, the highest leader in Igbo hierarchy, betrayed him. How in this world can your employer and leader be the person betraying you and nobody? Please, Agumo, allow Peter Obi to lead. He's not borrowing from anybody to sustain his leadership. Okay, Ifedi.
Did I stop him? I'm only advising him on the way forward.
All right.
So what are you talking
I'm actually celebrating up Eagles, up Nigeria. As Nigeria still has to play winner between Cameroon and DR Congo before going to play intercontinental champion elsewhere. Thank you. Nigeria has 2 more matches to qualify, one on Sunday and the intercontinental playoff in Europe sometimes later. All right, Wike. Hello, Esther. Good evening. My greetings to Barrister Darlington. Brown Harry from Festac, your friend on Facebook. Well, Brown Harry, you're following me on Facebook. Okay, thank you. Wike was an MC Oliwomo in Mile 3 Motor Park in River State. Charles from Festac. Well,
did you hear that?
Chineke.
Esther, did you hear that?
Anugum. Good evening, S. and Barrister Darlington. It's obviously clear now that Peter Obi is being perceived careless to his party activities, which shouldn't be. As I talk of the ones that won on Peter Obi's name and they come to APC, let Peter Obi be involved in all primaries to be sure of who they are nominating and voting as their representatives. Every obedient cannot be like the decampees. All right. Well done. Good evening, S. and Barrister Darlington. I would advise Mr. Peter Obi to be very strategic, to listen to advice and act on it thoughtfully. This will help him position himself effectively to defeat the current bad government that has brought hardship and pain upon Nigeria. Ima in Lagos. Good evening, Esther. Good evening, Barrister. I seriously love the way Barrister normally addresses issues. Keep on the good work. Oluwa Day on our back. You people should forget about APC government. They're only there for borrowing money all the time. APC has already finished Nigeria progress from Isola. On the obedient, let them go wherever they wish because the ruling party have decided to destroy democracy in Nigeria. You may have heard how much that is given to those that are leaving their parties to the ruling party. Very terrible. The ruling party is out to collapse any other party and anything that will make Tinubu anything that will make Tinubu come back the second time. What I believe God will surprise Nigerians come 2027. Peter Obi is not inquisitive. If God had given his own to you and you, because of worldly money, choose your own way, good for Nigeria. Please, Esther, my friend Barrister, leave Peter Obi alone. Barrister Darlington, you have never one day talked well of Sir Peter Obi. Please leave him alone. He's not a candidate. No, what's your name? From CMO Church Estate Okoko Lagos. We will talk about him because he's a popular person. He's in the polity. He's of significance, just like President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and every other actor in this political space. I don't know what people keep saying. So you want us to leave Peter Obi alone? Should we leave Tinubu alone and any other person? We should not talk about them.
Can you imagine?
Is this Ambassador Philip Osoni? Please come and tell us how to make money. How are you?
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. Come and stay here. Yeah, you can just stand here. Ambassador Philip, good evening. How are you?
Evening. How are you too?
I'm fine. Welcome.
Yeah, Barrister, good evening.
Good evening, my brother. How you doing?
I'm all right.
Is the money coming?
Money must to come.
That's what he's here.
And that's why we are here almost every week to help Lagosians and every other person that understand that money is very, very important to go after money. Yes, we know politics is there, economy is also there. If you have more money in your pocket, then you will have less headache.
Exactly, because money answers all things.
Yes, even God says so.
Yeah, God says so.
This particular Saturday, we are organizing what we call Ikeja Money Conference and Training. I want every one of you that have been listening to this station to listen to this particular information. Is very, very important. This is the first time, or let me say the second time, because it has been for some years now, this particular year and this November is the second time that this particular company wants to carry out operation. We call it Operation Make at least $40 every day. Listen again. I said it's Operation Make at least $40 every blessed day. Now you might say, how do you make this money? $40, it might be almost like 50 something thousand naira in a day. It's possible. That's the minimum. Some people make more than that. So, but you need to be in this particular training to understand how this can be possible. In as much as you have your smartphone or your Android phone or your big phone, as some people call it, it is possible. We'll be able to show you with this company called MEF. That's the name of this company. Everybody that have been with them can tell you that it is very, very possible, because they teach you, they direct you, they show you and hold you by the hand how to do it. Money beget money. Yes, some of their applications that you are going to use to start doing this might cost you a minimum of about 240,000. They also have the one that is about 120. They have the one that is about 60,000. Now, whatever you need to make in a day, in a week, in a month will certainly depend on you, how much you are going to put in. Some people go into up to 500,000, some even 1 million, some more than that, but it depends all on you. So this particular Saturday is well loaded with different businesses that will be showcased, so that no matter your level, you will be able to have, business at hand that can be giving you money on daily, weekly, monthly basis. It's a big revolution going on with this business, so don't miss out